everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Christine with Pattercrafts, and today we are using What's in My Stash card number 2, using a sketch from Mojo Monday from April 2014. It's a sketch by Julie Tillman. Also going to use this little image here from My Favorite Things. The stamp set is Adorable Elephants. So I've already cut down all the different parts for my card. So we are going to start by coloring in our little elephant. He is just so adorable. Going to start by adding some R20 to his cheeks and to the inside of his ears. And then I'm going to go over the whole image with C3. As far as Copic markers, I tend to buy them like in shades of 2. So I've got just 2 of the gray colors right now. I have C3 and C5. As you probably know, Copics can be a little pricey, so I want to have different colors. So usually just choose 2 shades of each color and just slowly building my collection. So we're just going to finish coloring our little elephant here with the C3. Then we're going to come in with the C5. Going to add some of this darker gray to these little lines in his ears. Going to also add it to the tops of his ears and along his trunk and the legs of his body, in his body. Legs, feet, and body. Just going to outline and put a little bit on each side of his face. Grabbing C3 again to just soften those lines a little bit. I don't blend too much because I do want the line, I do want it to be like a defined line, but I don't want it to just be too harsh. So we're going to just go over it with a little bit of the C3. And for the little tips of his toes, I did want a darker gray. So I did look into my Spectrum Noir and I pulled out IG10 because I could not find my IG8. But I did want these to be darker than the rest of him. So we're just adding a little bit to his little toenails. And there's our little elephant. So now I'm going to grab the elements for the inside of the card. Because I'm using colored cardstock for the card base, I have a white mat here that has been cut with a stitched rectangle die. And we're going to add just a little bit of decorative detail. I'm going to add some of this dark purple cardstock and a piece of the matching floral pattern that will also be featured on the front of the card. They were also cut with the stitched rectangle die to match the same stitching. And I did use a stitched snow drift die to kind of make these little curves, but I also have a little stitching. So now I'm getting out my sentiments from the stamp set. I decided I wanted to make it a birthday card, but I didn't want it to just say happy birthday. So I pulled out the sentiment that says, wishing you tons of fun. So we're going to stamp that first. And then I'm going to stamp happy birthday underneath. So it'll say, wishing you tons of fun, happy birthday. So that does it for the inside of the card. We're going to go ahead and put that aside. And I'm going to pull out the elements for the front panel. So again, I have the matching purple cardstock to cut out the square and the circle that was shown in the sketch. I did want the mat on top to be white, but I didn't want it to be plain white. So I am using some glitter cardstock. So, it's like from Recollections. I got it in a 12 by 12 pack. It was for Christmas, so there's like white and green and red and a light blue. So I thought the white glitter part would be great for this card. Adding the circle part on with foam tape for a little dimension. And then I'm going to use the Tombo mono adhesive to glue down our elephant. So we'll go ahead and put the elephant down. Add an acrylic block for a moment and let that dry. So I was thinking about getting this part to the front of the card together, and I decided I wanted to have the card base ready to go. So I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. So it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Scoring that, and this cardstock is from my favorite things. It's called Grapesicle. So we're going to add this greenish brownish checkered pattern, and then I'm going to put this flower panel down, but I will end up pulling it back up because when I go to put my elephant piece down, I realized I missed the scalloped piece that goes underneath that floral pattern. So I'm going to tear that up, grab that piece, and adhere that down. And then just take off the little extra there at the end. Now we can add our flower panel back on. So go ahead and adhere that so I can then add our little elephant piece. And this paper flower. I was kind of happy to see a flower on the sketch. I have a ton of these paper flowers. Sorry, I hit the camera. And I never think to use them. So I'm going to grab some glue dots and adhere this flower down. And then we're going to use one of the Stampin' Up! Jewels Basic Pearl. It's the larger on this sheet. Go ahead and add that to the center of our flower. Now that the front's done, I'm going to go ahead and add our inside panel. And then that will do it for this card for today. So there's card number 2, using what's in my stash. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, hit that subscribe button. But until next time, bye.